to my channel. My name is Kemi, and we are about to watch the Game of Thrones Season 2, Episode 1 and 2. If it is your first time to my channel, you are welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, you have my thanks and appreciation. So to those who don't know how this works, let me explain, especially with the Game of Thrones. We go live every Saturday at 12 noon. However, the live watch also, it's combined. So I'll be here on YouTube, but I will also be with some of my patrons and subscribers. Anyone who wants to watch can sign up to my Discord page, and we will be watching it together live in time and in tune on Discord. So I will have it up there. We will have our conversations there. You can see time for time what I'm reacting to, what I'm saying, what I'm seeing in lifetime. But do not be dismayed. Everything that I do on Discord or on Patreon, the edited version will always be available on YouTube later on at a later time. If you don't have if you're not the patient kind, I appreciate that. Join us on Patreon and you'll get to watch the full length reactions with me. If you don't mind waiting for about a few weeks, I appreciate it. Please wait and it will be there. However, by the last 4 episodes, the live watch will not be available for anyone who's not a patron. The full length reactions will not be available for anyone who is not a patron. Just the last 4 episodes of every season. So I hope that answers all your questions. I know that a lot of people from the previous season had a lot of, questions as to, oh, why aren't we seeing the live watch as well? Because you didn't sign up on Discord and you didn't sign up on Patreon. I like to give my patrons certain advantages, and this is one of them. I really plead your understanding because it's not going to change. I appreciate that you want to be enrolled, but people deserve certain advantages for being part of the Honey family and the Darling family, and I'm giving it to them. All right, I hope that explains. Please don't be mad at me. I love you anyway, and I'm doing my best to keep you happy. So for those on Facebook, please join us now on Discord, and we will start watching it in a few seconds. All right, my apologies for being late, and I appreciate your support. All right. And to Cinnamon Sugar, who says that I look beautiful, I thank you. I like to show up in my best colors for you guys. So thank you for taking notice. You made my day. All right. Oh, I have to hold on to my head. It's getting bigger. All right. All right. Thank you so much. That was so sweet. 3, 2, 1, play. Please don't forget to mute yourselves if you're watching. There should only be one person I'm hearing. I also want to thank the 19 people watching with me on Discord. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah.
Struck. Well struck, dog. I already said it was well struck.
Sir Dontos the Red of House Holland.
Here I am. Here I am. Sorry, Your Grace. My deepest apologies.
Are you drunk?
No. No, Your Grace. I had 2 cups of wine.
2 cups? To celebrate my name day. Have 2, have as much as you like.
I will be honored, Your Grace.
Sir Meryn, help Sir Dontos celebrate my name day.
Before fighting?
See that he drinks his fill.
How? He drinks till he dies? What does that mean? Oh my god. Oh my god.
When a man sows on his name day, he reaps all year.
He is
Did you hear my lady, Sir Dantes?
Beloved nephew.
Look at how Sansa saved that man. Hey, yeah. His name was Sir Dantes. Oh my god.
You were nowhere to be found. And you're going to be bigger than the hat.
We heard you were dead.
I'm glad you're not dead.
My lady, I'm sorry for your loss.
Her father was a confessed traitor.
But still her father.
Enjoy your name day, Your Grace.
I don't know why that just made me feel emotional.
Considered reports from maesters all over the Seven Kingdoms. The longest summer in living memory.
Have nowhere to house them, and with winter coming, it'll only get worse.
Command the shut the gates to the peasants. They belong in the field, not our capital.
Won't that create an uprising? If you don't give the peasants something to eat, they will eat the rich.
It's been a remarkable journey.
What are you doing here? This is the small council.
Yes, but in his absence,
Your father has named Lord Tyrion to serve as hand in his stead while he fights.
Out! All of you out!
The Emperor of the world by now. You brought this on yourself when your son called for Ned Stark's head. Now the entire North has risen up against us.
I tried to stop it.
Did you? You failed. That bit of theater will haunt our family for a generation. I know that our enemies hate each other almost as much as they hate us.
Unfortunately.
You are here to advise him.
Only here to advise. It's your one redeeming quality, that and your cheekbones. And we have two of them.
One.
One?
Arya, little animal, she disappeared.
Disappeared? What? In a puff of smoke? We had 3 stocks to trade. To be the disappointing child.
The old gods watch over your brother. The stones were last mortared in the time of King Ares. I remember seeing them put up a new tower. My holdfast looks like it was built by drunk children.
Maintenance of a holdfast generally falls to the...
Generally, yes. But I've sent all the young men off to fight Robb Stark's war.
King Robb.
When he called in his banners and took the men.
Joffrey killed my father.
Of course, I remember.
We can spare 4 masons for a week, my lord. Will that be sufficient to repair your walls?
I believe it will.
We didn't want him here all day, did we?
It's one of your responsibilities as Lord of Winterfell.
May the old gods watch over your brother and all the northern souls.
Happening. Whose own are you?
Boil this for an hour and drink the tea. You've been having those dreams again.
I don't dream. So it means Robb will win a great victory in the south.
Means the Lannisters will rule all 7 kingdoms before long. Stars don't fall from men.
Not,
Been dead for
not
centuries.
Really. Daenerys has cooked them into living.
What did your brother say about them, Khaleesi?
He said they... He didn't know anything about anything.
He's thirsty, right? They're thirsty.
She was Drogo's first gift to me.
I remember. This is further east than I've ever been. But yes, Khaleesi will kill us and take your dragons.
No one will take my dragons.
Yes, you are mine.
Sekoi koi! May I dotre teeth? May I vasha teeth? May I hasha tash? She ashareas? She tarea.
What?
Ashalika ani sekoi koi. You never have.
Oh, this was the one that protected her from her brother. Oh, don't let me cry, you guys. Everyone needs a good friend. I hope nothing happens to him because the way they kill people in this film, as a matter of fact, I better just hold on to my chest because this one now that they might just kill this. Said blood of my blood. I love the way they talk to each other. It wasn't even in a romantic stack, you know, it wasn't a romantic thing. It was just like my brother, my friend, my hope. You know, not everything is
having a rough time of it.
Later, I fell on hard time. I
keep on not seeing him if I were you.
Wait, what?
He marries his daughter. All the other wildlings for 100 leagues have disappeared.
He marries his daughters? What does he do with his sons?
Missed him. Always treated me like scum. You got a nice wet twat between your legs. All you lot from south of the wall. You southern. Look at that pretty little bastard talking to my daughters.
No one...
You bring any of that good wine with you?
We did.
I could tell you. But I'm thirsty.
Oh, no.
Join up with Mance Raider. He broke his vows. Betrayed his brothers. Oh, aye. That's a good-looking axe. Fresh forged.
This guy just wants to take everything.
But I hear he's already got more men than any of your southern kings. Let them come. My roots are sunk deep.
This is our place. Our husband keeps us safe. Better to live free than die a slave.
Stop looking at her. Stop looking at her. Look at the fire.
Oh, aye. And you chose the path with no one but boys on it.
We brought our own food and good steel for you.
Staring too long.
I
might
saw
just
him
gouge his eyes
staring
out.
too. He doesn't want your wives, please. He's pitying them. He's pitying them. He doesn't want your anything. This man just likes to grab and grab and grab. He wanted to rip you off. If you take your clothes off your back.
Who am I? You want to lead one day?
Then you learn to
how
follow.
to follow.
Yes, we say it in Nigeria too. Yes, you have to learn to obey instructions. Don't look. Keep quiet. Kemi, easy. You're just starting. You haven't finished season 1 yet. It's okay. Like, seriously. He kept looking up, looking at. I was like, what are you looking for?
We offer you these false gods. For the night is dark and full of terror. After the long summer,
All you men were named in the light of the seven. Is this how you treat the gods of your fathers? Are you so eager to spit on your ancestors?
the smell of fear. Stop me. In the ancient books, it's written that a warrior will draw a burning sword from the fire. And that sword shall be light.
Stop it.
Warrior of light.
We follow where he leads, even if we don't like the path. Aye, but loyal service. But he trusts you, devil. What's the truth?
Exactly. What's the truth? Tell. Because Robert is dead, he's the next. He's the brother now, the one after him. So the crown falls on him. What is the truth? Except his own parentage is questioned.
You didn't love me?
A harmless courtesy, Your Grace.
A lie. Take it out.
The boy Joffrey, the boy Tommen and the girl Marcella being born of incest between Cersei Lannister and her brother Jaime Lannister. By right of birth.
Jaime Lannister, the Kingslayer. Call him what he is. Whatever else he is, the man's still a knight.
So Jaime Lannister, the King's...
When Eddard Stark learnt the truth, he told only me. I'll not make the same... Let no man claim ignorance as an excuse.
Your Grace.
Yes. He should have made several copies.
Stannis does not need to beg this lord or that lord for...
I've always served thieves according to their deserts, as you well know, Sir Davos.
You have chosen the new god over the old god. A cup
He
of
said
wine
does.
to honor the one true God.
He wants to poison him. He has put something. Oh, he wants to give it to the woman. Oh, he drank the poison. Oh, the poison started working on him. She's a real... or does she have the antidote? Oh, I don't understand what just happened right now. I understand what I saw. My honey, Rob.
King in the North.
King of the North, yes. And of the Seven Kingdoms soon.
Safekeeping, but you dragged me along from camp to camp.
That's all you know.
I never seen you, the girl.
That's all you know. Sleeping, sexing, you and your family.
My bannerman would receive a raven with a message.
You don't trust the loyalty of the men following you into battle. Don't like being called boy?
Be held captive by a boy. Stannis Baratheon sent ravens to all the High Lords of Westeros.
Stannis is the rightful king. How convenient for him.
Killed him so the world would learn who fathered him, and you pushed my brother from a window because he saw you with the Queen.
You want to trade gossip like a couple of fishwives?
I'm sending one of your cousins down to King's Landing with my peace terms.
You think my father's going to negotiate with you? 3 victories don't make you a conqueror.
Beautiful, Rob. Shame on you. Please pause. Let me get out the insults I want to give Jaime Lannister right now. Please, let's pause. Incest slayer, sister effer, king slayer, shameless hypocrite, father to Joffrey, damn father to Joffrey, brother idiot, sister everything, handsome for nothing, first son of nonsense Tyrion, Tywin, not something, tall for nothing, meeting his sister in the night, idiot, everything put together nonsense on his head. That's all I have for right now. Because honestly, Rob is just impressing me with everything he's doing. I am so proud. You see, there's something we say, I don't know if you've heard that saying, slowly wins the race. Sometimes it's not in accomplishing your goals with such intensity and speed. You know, sometimes you have to take your time. You have to take your time and do things in a systematic order. Watch your step. Look at how he aligned that conversation. He said, you want to enrage me by calling him a boy. Do you know why Jaime Lannister thinks that's an insult? Because that is how his father expressed himself to him. Anytime Tywin wanted to have a conversation with him, he was like, you know, diminishing his approval, not granting his son, Jaime Lannister, approval. The last conversation he had with his dad had issues with how systematically Jaime had not taken charge from the moment he was appointed, you know, the protector of the king. Do you understand that? What have you done? You turned yourself into a kingslayer. You stabbed. I think they said that he stabbed him in his back, the Mad King or whatever it was. But clearly, their father is not impressed by his portfolio. Yes, unimpressive portfolio. Jaime Lannister, add that to the insult. So he hasn't done anything that has warranted admiration other than birthing the seed of Satan, helping Satan come into the human realm through Joffrey. Yes, the father to the son that is a demon. That is all his own spermatozoon knew how to do, to create a monster and his sister's ovaries. The monster creator, Jaime Lannister, added to the insult. Like, what in the world? And rather than you come into your prison dungeon of a place and stand still, keep quiet. You know you have failed. You know you are busy ranting. You see what he's trying to do? He's trying to kill himself. That's what it is. I see through it. He wants to upset Rob so he doesn't live down the shame. Because if he goes back on the condition, because his father will try to do everything he can to get Jaime back. So what he's trying to do is to trigger Rob. I'm screaming and I apologize if it's, you know, I'll keep my tone down. To trigger them into killing him. So he doesn't have to live down the insults that will befall him when he goes back. Do you understand? He That's what he's trying to do. Let me just insult them enough so they will kill me because this shame. Because I will have to tell the tale of how I was caught first and foremost. How I was caught first and foremost. In his mind, he thinks he's smart. Is he not ashamed? And look at how Rob, my handsome Rob with his curly, beautiful black hair and his dire wolf by his side, telling him, that is why you threw my brother, because Rob has great analytical skills. I can't see him as king, but he impressed me with this conversation. His voice wasn't raised. Rob the handsome, Rob the son, the better part of Ned Stark, Robert Stark. You know what I mean? He just came in, Robert Stark with his terrific giant, look at where the dire wolf was reaching him. You know that Robert Stark is the one feeding his own wolf properly. Robert, I smiled Stark. Robert, I told my mommy, do not participate in this conversation. Don't embarrass me here. Robert Stark, the one that captured Jaime Lannister. Let's just hail Robert. Please give me a moment to admire this guy with his fur coat and leather and the straplings. Robert Stark that eyed his direwolf and he beat off that man's finger. Robert Stark, King of the North. King of the North. The big brother of Bran Stark. Do you understand? Robert is giving it to him. Robert's voice was not raised one bit. One bit. Do you understand? Robert Stark that makes my cheek red. Listen, Robert, I smile back at you, Stark. Robert that speaks with his eyes, Stark. Listen, Robert that captured Jaime Lannister, Stark. Robert that would defend his father's honor, Stark. Robert that is the king of the North, Stark. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. Hey, cha. Robert went into the cage and told him, and you see that is the beauty. I might not like Stannis, but that Stannis move was important. Stannis' move was important in a way, if not that Stannis does not like Robert Stark, which makes me hate him, because anybody that doesn't like Robert becomes my enemy at this point. But let's just think about it. If Ned had supported Stannis would have, look at how quickly he just told everybody at the table, correcting the light. No, sir, put it, he's still a knight. Kingslayer, put it. He said the bastard son of something, combination of incest. He wrote the insults, and before anybody could dispute it, he sent it to the 7 places. So now, the whole 7 kingdoms are aware of the nonsense that was hidden in the bedroom of Jaime Lannister and his sister Lannister. I can't wait for Tywin to hear. He will say the thing I thought was hidden on what he would. I want to see that reaction. In fact, the person who will read that letter to him should be shaking. I want to see that reaction. Listen, I want to see that reaction when he starts reading the letter where they tell him his 2 children were struggling in the bedroom, in the words of a Nigerian old woman. They were shaking the bed. They were unruffling the bed sheets. Can you imagine that? Coming back. His eyes will roll back into his head. I can't even wait for Tyrion to hear this impunity, to hear what the world will speak. Oh, that's what Jaime and Cersei were exchanging bodily fluids. And that is why they thrust a little 7-year-old boy out of the window. The gossip in the streets. They will, maybe the next time Joffrey appears on I don't know where he would appear, where he likes to stand. Baylor. It should be there that he should stand, where he will stand at that Baelor mountain, and everybody, all the villagers will be looking at him and looking at his mother. I can't wait. If anything, if of all the hate, whatever I feel for Stannis or disdain, because I don't even, if he didn't mention Rob in this thing, to be honest, I like this Stannis. Let me tell you also, let's dive, but so far, I like him. That thing he did was a bad move. Let the whole world know. It's like paparazzi. He just TMZ'd Cersei and Jaime Lannister's story. He just took it and said, before I die, let me send out the rumors. Send the pigeons out. Take the story to the hills, to the mountains. If possible, if someone knows where the ghosts people are, the blue eyes, send one to them. The pigeon that will not come back, send it to them. Let them also know about Jaime Lannister. It was good. It was a good move. Now, let's just talk about that girl that was saying, the night is dark and full of terror. I don't know why she was saying that. I wrote it down because she said it so many times, and they began to chant. What I understand from that old man is that the old man is probably the one of the, the good gods, right? The old religion. And this woman in red is the new religion. But in a battle of religions, right, you should be able to, if someone says, I'm calling down my God who's of fire, you to call down your God of thunder. It doesn't make sense for you to be weak. This guy had the audacity. This is somebody who has told you face to face, like, sir, you are old and you're weak. And what did she tell him? I remember she said, I didn't write it down. She said that you smell of bones and, you smell of fear, bones. I don't know if she said rotten flesh. I'm improvising. But she said something that was so insulting that even I was like, hey, Baba, are you going to call down something? Do something, challenge the challenge. Do something, say something to this person that is insulting you. Tell your God. In the Bible, and when the other gods said that our God will answer, we are going to do this, we'll cut our flesh, we'll do this, we'll do that. The Bible says Elijah said, I know that I serve the living God, and I call on his name, the Lord that answers by fire. Consume this offering. And the fire came down and stood down up in the name of God. And that was the end of it. The battle had been won. Everybody's God has shown their hand, and Elijah's God was the one who answered. Well, this old man, you drank poison. Your God could not even cleanse it from the system. And you know what was more powerful about that scene? I'm sorry I'm shouting, please. I'm just so excited. What was so I love about that scene is that the girl waited. She saw the drip of blood and the stagger of the feet. Before she wasn't afraid. It was as if she knew that drink had been poisoned. And she was like, and now, for the final show of shame, I shall drink it with you. And nothing happened to her. Isn't that incredible? Doesn't that already show you? That's why that other said Davos. I hope I'm getting his name. Said Davos, the one who whispered, because he had seen the old man put something in his drink. He now whispered and said, don't. But the old man said, I'm on this terrain. I looked at him. This is why we in Christendom sometimes we call followers, not followers, but faith, it's not pretending, but it is like you're a follower. You really don't have the experience. You don't have a relationship. There are people, even in their demonic worship, they are so intent. Like sometimes you see the Satan worshippers or anybody worshiping, they are so serious. They wake up in the morning by 6 o'clock. They've done their prayers. They've done their offerings. They've done everything. They take their religion very seriously. And then you see some, they think, oh, I'm serving God. They don't even do anything. They don't care. It's like the religion has been passed down from generation to generation. But there isn't a personal relationship with the faith. They don't know their God. They don't know the powers of their God. Like, look, I don't know if this old man and Bran, they have the same religion, but you can see that Bran is sort of embracing his gift. I don't know if he's going to be like a priest or a something religious leader, but it seemed like that girl, that his servant, is the slave that they captured, is sort of educating him about the signs, the meanings of things. So in my mind, I think that Bran is going towards I'm not going to call him a fanatic, but someone with powers of, you know, things like that, of sight, of that sort of, that's my opinion, right? So I was pretty disappointed, and I am very afraid of that girl, that the one who's talking about the Lord of Light. And she told the man, go there, pick the sword. The guy used his leather gloves, touched fire, something. I could even hear the cinching of flesh, and when he picked it up, I could hear like, you know, that sound when leather hits hot iron, and you can feel it. And he didn't scream, he didn't shout, so whatever voodoo she's doing it very well. And to be honest, that Davos that was sitting quiet and just following the new faith or whatever the woman is doing, because clearly there was a there was a battle of faiths. So that discusses Stannis Baratheon. I appreciate him sending out the letters, but I don't like anybody who doesn't see Robb as king, because Robb is king for me. Sansa, yes, let's talk about her. I am very impressed by Sansa. I am very impressed because she's trying to stay alive. She's clearly handling her depression. Or the last time when she said, maybe somebody will give me your head, I felt that she was losing it. Like, you know, depression and grief combined together can, if not contained or controlled, can actually lead to maybe, I'm not a doctor, but insanity or whatever it is. So I felt that she was slowly going away. But seeing how she spoke up for that drunken man who came in to fight, she saved his life. She saved his life. And in that moment, I don't like calling him the dog. I always have a problem, because when they give you a nickname that is befitting, you latch onto it. But I want to, again, I wrote his name. That's Gregor is his brother. Sandor. I think that's it. Sandor. I hope. The hounds. Sandor, yeah, I wrote it down. Sandor. So Sandor told the king that she's right. If you kill someone on your birthday, that's bad luck. But the ability for Sansa to quickly think in that moment that I don't want this man to die, let him remain the king's clown for as long as he lives. Not only did she save him in that moment, she saved him for many years to come. Because clearly, as a knight, he couldn't even fit his breastplate on. He couldn't hold his something. He didn't have a proper... So I don't know if he's one of those knights of old that was probably someone that Robert Baratheon, you know, fought with or was a knight during that time. And age has come, time has passed, he's gained weight, he's probably a granddad, things like that. Sansa, in that quick thinking, was able to just align those things. I love in that moment when Tyrion came and saw her and she was like, my king, the something is this, the that. And she said, and there was a kindness that Tyrion showed her that I appreciated, because she needed it. She hadn't had, like I don't know, but from the time her dad died, I don't think I had seen anybody actually tell her sorry for your loss. Because Joffrey didn't love his dad. So obviously he doesn't see the absence of a father figure as anything, because he didn't have a relationship. But Sansa had a father who at one point thought of buying her a doll, something she liked, even if she had outgrown it. She had a father that took her on trips, that involved her, took her to see the jousting and stuff like that. She had a present dad and a loving mother, and a nanny who cared, who had been, oh no, don't let me get into it. I'll get emotional. All right, so thank you all. Please let me know what the timestamp was, please, where we paused, because I went into what timestamp, and if we could go back to the last scene where was it the dire wolf? Yes, and Jaime Lannister. So that is, what timestamp was that? 55. So please, for those watching, we stopped at 34:55. I appreciate. Thank you so much for letting me get everything I had to say off my chest. I usually like to also discuss where I think the story is going. Nothing really happened with Daenerys. You know, she's looking for water. I feel sad that her horsey gift died. You know, it seems like everything that has to do with Khal Drogo is slowly just going away. She's lost him, lost the child, lost the major part of her village, the Dothrakis. You know, now she has sent out three of her right-hand people to go. I like that one, that, you know, the one that I identified that protected her from her brother, but she still has, you know, her other.
We love the smell of dead bodies and shit.
I love this.
Do you really?
I love the noise. This is where I belong.
Yes, well, you need to be careful. Me, I'm not from here. I'm a slave to the truth.
I'm being crushed beneath the weight of all that truth.
One of the many changes we'll have to make around here.
Your Grace.
I wonder if I might ask you for a favor.
The girl is really loving him. I hope it's real, because
Choose to negotiate for the Starks. The girl has some value. Whoever finds her, well, you know what they say about Lannisters and debts.
Well, you could ask Varys where she is. Who knows what they want?
For a self-made man with so many songs to sing.
I'm glad you like it. Some people are fortunate enough to be born into the right family. Others have to find their own way.
Found his way into the home of a very prominent family.
Even brothers and sisters develop certain affections. Prominent families often forget a simple truth.
Seize him. I've changed my mind. Let him go. Close your eyes. Do see if you can take some time away from your coins and your...
All right,
Your
Cersei.
Lannister.
Hey,
Your
don't
family must
ever
release my sisters.
forget your place.
And the remains of all those who died in his service must also be returned. Joffrey and the Queen Regent must renounce all claim to dominion of the North. Neither Joffrey nor any of his men shall set foot in our lands again. I don't need a servant to do my beheading for me.
These are...
I will litter the south with Lannister dead.
King Joffrey is a Baratheon.
You don't have to call me your grace when no one's around.
It's not so bad.
That Lannister doesn't have blonde hair, but oh well.
We can't take King's Landing without ships. My father has ships and men who know how to sail.
Men who fought my father.
Men who fought King Robert to free themselves from the yoke of the South. Just like you're doing now. But your father raised me to be an honorable man.
Don't want Balon Greyjoy.
They say 1,000,000 rats live in the sewers of King's Landing. Shall we rally them to fight for us?
I understand you don't trust Lord
I
Greyjoy.
don't trust Lord Greyjoy because he is not trustworthy.
You married one rebel and mothered another. Beat.
You want to leave Sansa in the Queen's hands? What are we fighting for if not for them?
It's more complicated than that, you know it is.
But it's not just about your kids. No, it's not. Yes, it's more complicated, mother. Please, there are other people involved. No, let's be honest. This is a war. Every person you see out there has children. I'm sorry. What are you saying? Do you want him to trade Jaime just for 2 children? Go home and stay with Bran. Go. Good. Yes, Bran and Rickon. Go, please.
Why in the name of all the gods would
Because
you...
I need you to negotiate. He's rallied an army of 100,000. You know him. You know his family.
I haven't seen Renly Baratheon since he was a boy. You have 100 other lords.
Which of these lords do I trust more than you? When they feel the jaw's beginning to shut, they'll sue for peace. We'll get the girls back.
I will ride at first light.
We will all be together again soon, I promise.
Robert, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. Rob, I'm impressed. Look at how he simmered his mom with correct instructions. Amen, amen, amen. I believe we will be very soon. Yes, this is a better... Truly.
Turning this room to its proper appearance. Looks like she's dead in a ditch somewhere.
Perhaps, but if not, we need her. We need to set our armies to the task of finding her. I'm sure if you asked, Grandfather...
A king does not ask. He commands. My grandfather's stupidity in the field of battle is the reason Robb Stark is Uncle Jamie in the first place. I heard a disgusting lie about Uncle Jamie. It's not a claim. The throne is mine. Besides me and Tommen and Marcella.
What are you asking?
Who believes it?
I'm asking if he fucked other women when he grew tired of you. How many bastards does he have running? What you just did is punishable by death. You will never do it again.
We do things differently here, Daisy. She grew up just down the road in Flea Bottom.
So the woman is now running things. This one that came from...
Good to see you again. Did you realise in many pockets?
What's happening? I'm looking for Lord
Whose orders?
Oh my God! Joffrey has found out about the children. He wants to kill all of them. Is that what it is? He wants to kill all the other children. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Joffrey is unhinged. Not that we didn't know, but my goodness. Oh, all the children. Oh.
Please stop. Where?
But remember that one that went away with Arya? See how God works in mysterious ways. His wonders to perform. And that the boy just decided to leave before the madness. Hey, Joffrey. People should not piss that Joffrey off. We should truly, not. Sansa's fear is warranted. Because we should all be walking, not even on eggshells around Joffrey. We should be walking on glass, broken glass. Walking on glass. I love that song, Annie Lennox. If you don't know it, listen to it. We should all be walking on broken glass around Joffrey. Because he literally threatened Cersei, and Cersei was... I don't think she was afraid, but she was like, should I have done this in the presence of people? It isn't beyond Joffrey to just say, everybody who stopped walking when my mother slapped me, kill them. Like, oh! Joffrey could have ordered that. The execution of everybody who witnessed this slap. Did you see when the queen slapped me? The best thing to tell Joffrey in that moment, your lord, I'm blind. Your grace, not your lord. Your grace, I am blind. I didn't see when she slapped anybody. Because if you say you saw it, Joffrey might just kill everybody and everything there. That is just, oh my goodness. I love that Gendry. Oh, look at how they just went killing Robert Baratheon. I counted almost 4 different, the one that they drowned, the one that they stabbed in the home, the one that they were almost 10 kids. 10 children that were killed in the time from the beginning till the end. My goodness, the guy was just sowing his seed. Said, I heard a disgusting rumor. Did he get tired of you? Joffrey knows, he knows no head, knows no tail. He doesn't give a, hey, goodness gracious. I don't know what to make of it. I don't know. I just don't know what to make of it. That boy is something else. This episode was so good, so good. I'm intrigued. I'm happy. It's starting off to a good start. We're off to a great start. Is there anything that I didn't touch? Anything that you guys want me to talk about? Or let's just go into. Please don't forget on YouTube to like, please. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. All right? Don't forget to like and subscribe. Yes, I do. I do feel sorry for her. Red Honey said, I feel sorry for the lady who worked at the Littlefingers establishment place and her baby. I do feel sorry for her. I feel sorry for all the children. I don't even feel sorry for the mothers. I feel sorry for the children because they didn't even ask to be born, right? And when you didn't ask to be born, and to be faced with, because clearly Robert wasn't taking care of his children, which is shameful. They didn't have protection. They didn't have assets. They didn't have anything. Like, I actually saw one that looked like he was living in a good home or something, but the others were in the streets. He didn't care. So why would you bring a child into this world and not adequately provide for that child? That is cruel. They didn't ask to be born. Secondly, why I don't really feel sorry for the women, although you cannot ask who, you are at the mercy of who wants to use your body. I do know that of that time, for goodness sake, there was milk of puppy to kill somebody. There must have been things, they pills, all these prostitutes, the men are, and I hate the word prostitution, but all these women, the men are coming in them. Sorry to sound crass, but there's in the ejaculation process, there's a propensity, a high propensity with how many men that see them in the day or the week for them to get pregnant. Are you telling me that they don't know one leaf to chew to prevent unwanted pregnancies? So things like that. So I felt like this women, not all of them, please, and the time, it is not their fault. They don't have choices in these things, but you can see, like, for someone not to get pregnant now, like that lead prostitute, the lead woman, the one who came in walking, and now she seems to be Littlefinger's assistant because she's fully clothed and she's telling the newbies what to do. But she hasn't gotten pregnant, has she? So clearly there's something she's doing to prevent that process. They probably thought in their mind that by getting pregnant for the king, certain favors will be accorded them. And that was what Ned wanted to do. Ned wanted to pay her, to give her money so that they will be adequately provided for, because he could see that Rob was just a terrible king. Like, let's just, he's the ultimate bastard, if we have to really talk about it. Those children, they are not the bastard. It is their father, that Rob, but Baratheon is the real bastard. Because you have to just be, Ned had seen, how can the child of a king be living in a brothel with his mother? They couldn't build a little flat. You can't even go and take one part of King's Landing and say, this place, all the children I had live here in estate as brothers and sisters. Because why? You feared an uprising for the children that were born within wedlock. You know what I mean? No. So I just feel that is that is just out of it. Okay, let's all get ready for episode 2, and I'm excited. Let's dive into it, please.